welcome back to my channel, and I want to say thank you to everyone who's watching, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight to the point. So this is a very serious topic for me, because every single day probably I see on Facebook, somebody saying that they want to buy their first reptile, and most of the times, they say, well, I want to buy a reptile because I went to a local pet store and I like the reptile, whatever it was there, and I want to buy it. Now let me tell you why I will never tell you to go to one of these big chain stores to buy any reptiles. Okay, so I want to focus on probably the most common kept lizard, the leopard gecko. So everybody wants a leopard gecko simply because, they're really cute. They're easy to keep, and especially when they are babies. And probably 90% of beginners, they will want a leopard gecko simply because they go to one of these stores and they see it right there. Now the problem is that because they are beginners, they don't know the difference between a healthy leopard gecko and one that is not. And on top of that, the store is giving the wrong information on how to take care of them. But we're gonna leave that for another video because I just want to focus on this. Now I want to teach you why it's always better to buy one from a breeder instead of just a pet store. The problem with big chain stores is because they will always focus more on making money than the actual health of the animal. And everybody knows that if you go to one of these big stores, you will always see 3, 4, or even more leopard geckos in just one tank. Now it is not so much a big problem when they are babies, but doing that gives the idea that it's good to keep leopard geckos together for the rest of their lives, and that is when problems begin. Okay, so at the end of last month, I went to one of these stores, and man, they had like 20 leopard geckos. They were all different sizes, babies and then adults, and I took personally this video. Now I'm gonna show it to you.
They just don't eat. Right. And a lot of times dogs, they just push and they get there, and they don't let up until mom's like, all right, I'm out. And if they don't get it, he may want to days without eating it. So now it's like,
Now other times you will see only babies, but maybe you will see 10 in one tank, and yeah, it might be a big tank, but there's only one hide. Oh man, this gets to me. I just don't understand why is it so difficult to put 3, 4 hides if you have like 10 leopard geckos in one tank, even if they're babies. Now, just in case anybody has not seen that, I'm gonna show you pictures that I received from other reptile keepers. So as I said, these are pictures from other reptile keepers, and obviously they knew that this was terrible. And now the problem is that, well, another problem is that this is not just in Petco and PetSmart. I have personally seen this in a couple of other stores that they specialize on fish and reptiles, and sometimes even they do a worse job. I have seen plenty of times stores with bearded dragons, leopard geckos, or other reptiles with no hides at all. My God. And as I said, not only are they doing a bad job at keeping them, but they're actually giving bad information on how to take care of them. Okay. Now, I don't know if these pictures will be clear enough for you to actually read for yourself, but if they are, just pause the video and then just read for yourself. So just in case you couldn't read that, let me tell you what it said. Now, the book did say a couple of good things, like, leave a water dish in the tank, or don't leave way too many crickets in there. But then it tells you that you can go outside and catch grasshoppers so that you can feed them to your Leo. And then it says that just make sure that there were no pesticides used in that area. What about parasites? It doesn't say anything about parasites. That's why you should never catch anything from outside to feed to any of your animals, because of the parasites that most likely they will have them. And if that is not enough, it also tells you that don't catch some that are called lubbers, because those contain toxins that most likely will kill your leopard gecko. And if that wasn't enough, it also tells you that you can keep 3 leopard geckos in a sweater box or in a 10-gallon tank. This stupid paper has more floor space than a 10-gallon tank. Oh man, what the hell. So, just one more case, just to at least give you something with a good ending. Now, this is a little story from Jaden Holloway. So, while being in high school, so apparently he had a teacher that she was keeping reptiles, and she was getting her information on how to take care of them from Petco. So she had a bearded dragon with really severe MBD, and she also had 2 leopard geckos in just one 10-gallon tank. And here I can prove to you that that is just really stupid to do, and it is a terrible idea. So this is gonna be a picture on how one of the leopard geckos was. So this guy noticed that one of the leopard geckos was in really bad shape, and even though he didn't know anything about leopard geckos, he did exactly what everyone should always do, and that is research first. Now, after doing that, he insisted on taking the leopard gecko to take care of it, and man, good thing that he succeeded. Now, with proper care, and after 2 years, this is the difference. Okay, wow. You see what a big difference? Now that is a healthy leopard gecko. Jaden, my friend, you are an amazing person. Okay, so what I wish could happen is not for these stores to stop selling animals. I mean, I just wish that they would do a better job on actually, taking care of them. And I really wish they would update their, care sheets so they can stop giving all this stupid information on supposedly how to take care of them. Oh man, I mean, there really isn't much that we can do at the moment other than just simply call to complain about it. And that is why I always tell, if I see somebody saying that they want their first reptile, first do research. Don't decide, I'm just gonna take this animal from the store and then I'm gonna read what it needs. And I mean, the most difficult thing is, I always tell people not to buy the animals from there, because even though they might see an leopard gecko that is about to die, most likely it's going to die. And a lot of people say, well, I just want to save this animal and hopefully so that it doesn't die. And obviously that is a really good thing. I mean, it takes a big person to do that. But the problem is that for these stores, they still made a sale. So they sell one, they get another 2. and that is a never-ending problem. So that's why I'm always telling people to go to a breeder, even though they're gonna pay, you know, $100, $200, maybe more than just $15 from one in these stores. They're gonna get a healthy animal, and one that it looks way better. So, alright, man. So that's gonna be all for this video. And I hope that it wasn't too crazy. I just wanted to get it off my chest. And thank you all for watching. See you next week.